started out as thinking about the land politics in South Africa, which have, I guess, always had a place within my work somehow, and also ideas of the natural or ideas of beauty as well. Somehow it evolved to then using the actual material. And for a while I was working with video, and when working with video I started craving a real thing, and this became the most basic thing to turn to after this virtual editing. The work changes naturally by moving on every location where it's hosted, because the particular conditions of that place, the context, also kind of feeds into the reading of it. Here in Venice there's not much soil, so then it becomes quite a special commodity having a block of soil lying around. And in Ukraine there are also special political conditions as well, about land and territory, or involving land and territory. So with those contexts then also other things come up. And also when it was shown in the US, there are also different conditions there. In the US and Canada there are the history of the Native Americans and their loss of their land, and how they are working through it now, and also the land sovereignty movements throughout the continent and also South America as well.
The project was very organic in the sense that I had the initial impetus to make the work. I wanted to make this salute to women who use their bodies in protest when they can't use their voices. And so when I was gathering women and they were coming into the studio, and the conversations were just so important. And a lot of my work involves recording people telling their stories and then using that in some technological way to add another layer. I was sharing a studio at the time with a very good friend of mine and a brilliant artist, Fabio Antinori, and we started chatting, just because of our proximity, we started chatting about how to make this happen. And he's a coder, so he has all the technological stuff that I don't have, and so we were able he was able to tell me what's possible, what's not possible, and it was a really amazing thing for me because I was able to kind of dream up what I wanted to happen, and I wanted this feeling that the audience is really participating and being active in this space and activating these women's voices. So basically the floor is fitted with sensors, with just normal pressure sensors that you use in banks and these like security sensors. And the whole floor is whichever configuration. So in Kiev it was a long corridor, but here it's a grid. And then each of those sensors is wired to an Arduino. Arduino is the board that then is connected to the Mac Mini. And then the Mac Mini is a software called Max MSP, which is where the code is written for the interactivity. So basically when each sensor is pressed, it sends a message to the Mac Mini to play a soundtrack. There are 24 different soundtracks in this piece. There were 21 in Kiev. And so each time each one is pressed, it just tells the Mac Mini to raise the volume of that one. And then when you step off it, it gives it a few seconds, so it kind of fades out, so there's no kind of joltiness. And so when you're walking through, you get this very soft kind of journey through this soundscape.